Hello, viewers. Welcome back to the Waifus. I'm Sefi, and it's the 1st of December. New month, almost a new year too. Time passes way too fast, and we have finally the revenue for November for the last month on our most popular gacha games. We're gonna be talking about this, going over our favorite games, which is gonna be Nikke, of course. 30 million this month, pretty good, pretty good. Before we start, leave a like, subscribe. It helps. And also important, guys, this is only a reference. This is not accurate. This doesn't include PC sales. This doesn't include the Chinese market. So, we are leaving out really big chunks of revenue. And also, even at some point, Tower of Fantasy came out because these posts were so popular with Sensor Tower that they say it was not accurate. They were making more money. So again, take this with a grain of salt always, but still it's a great reference to see how good or bad your favorite game is doing, if it stays on a trend of at least positive revenue or good revenue, or it's going downhill, right? So that's it. Let's start. Of course, MiHoYo Games is still on top, always on top. Genshin, 54 million. I don't know what banner they had last month, but sheesh, that's a lot. And Honkai Star Rail went down to 20 million, which is normal. A Honkai Star Rail is a game that's not going to be always on top because the type of game it is, right? MiHoYo doesn't release multiple new characters per month, multiple events. Star Rail is going to be like a slow working for them, where the month they are releasing characters, like in October, they will see big spike with 45 millions, and they'll go down to between 15 to 20, 25, which is still fucking amazing. Again, not counting Chinese market, incredible money. Then we have our favorite game, Nikke, making 30 million last month. And when it says 30 million, by the way, this is for the Red Hood banner. So for the anniversary banner, they made 30 million, not counting PC sales, which is probably a big chunk, not counting the Chinese market. So Nikke, shift up. A small indie developer company, 30 million last month, pretty good money. Still a lot of things that did improvement, but it seems we are getting even more good stuff. For those who don't know, they released today the developer patch notes for December, and they are looking pretty good. If you want to see a summarized version, you have them on my previous video. If you prefer to see the full thing, you can do so on their official Twitter and website. Now, moving on. Uma Musume, Pretty Derby, it's 14 million. This game will never come to global. It's a pity because I did wanted to try it, but it will never come. I think it's releasing in China soon, or they had plans to do it. Maybe they canceled because I saw the page on Bilibili at some point and I pre-registered it, but I never got like an email or confirmation, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. And then we have Dokkan, of course, the game that will never die. This game was released in 2015. It's still making a lot of money. It has zero gameplay. I don't know what people see in this game, but it's for the IP, right? The Dragon Ball IP is massive, and it shows. It shows. And then we have FGO. I wanna play FGO at some point to see why people hate it so much. Because if you ask anyone who plays FGO, they will not recommend the game. They will never recommend getting into the game. So I do wanna play to see what's going on in there. Dragon Ball Legends, once again, the Dragon Ball IP, it's huge. Arknights with a really big month on JP, going up to 8 million. Probably a collaboration, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't follow Arknights. But I am waiting for Enfield. Enfield looks amazing. It really looks like a game that we can have fun playing. Next year is going to be filled with so many good games. I personally am looking forward to Wuthering Waves. I'm looking forward to Enfield. I'm looking forward to, what was the other Chinese one called? Do It Midnight or something like that? It's looking amazing. The one that's like Warframe. So those three I'm really looking forward. And then maybe Zenless Zone Zero. I'm not sold on Zenless Zone Zero. I'm not sure if I want to play it. From what I've seen and from what Jay showed me on the last CBT, on the current one, it's looking pretty, but the gameplay doesn't look interesting. It's like simple attack, nothing else. It's just bullet sponge enemies that offer nothing. So it's pretty, but we'll see what's going on there. And Memento Mori with 7 millions maintaining themselves. This fucking Memento Mori game, right? Swear to God. Memento Mori is one of those games that has absolutely nothing. Well, has PvP. It has beautiful art, really good music, but it literally has no gameplay. I did play on release. It was decent if you like full AFK auto games. It's literally no gameplay. So I'm always surprised to see that doing so well, right? 7 million per month with what they have to offer, it's actually surprising, and it's actually impressive too. Now, moving on for games that we do now, Blue Archive going down a little bit, Arknights in Global also going up to 4 million, Final Fantasy Ever Crisis going down to 4 million. I don't like this game. I think It's a cheap gacha with nothing going on for me, but that's because I don't like Final Fantasy. For the people who like the IP, it's actually offering them a lot of the older games packaged on the same one. So it's pretty good, bro. Epic 7, like always, maintaining themselves, 3 million in there. FGO on the global version going down a little bit. And then we also have Reverse 1999 going up to 2 million last month with the first two banners, which is Melania Pickles, which is the doggo, and a couple more, which is pretty good. I'm happy with Reverse 1999. They're adding auto combat too, which is amazing. Always a nice addition to have, and always happy to get that. Then we have Tower of God, a new world, going down to 2 million from 3 million last month. Azur Lane is still maintaining themselves like always. Reverse 1999 on the Chinese, well, on the JP version, making 1.7 mil. The Chinese versions we can't track. Once again, sadly, it's from Bilibili. Other than that, on these ones on the middle, there's not much to talk about. I do want to go, however, all the way to the bottom to see the games that are actually falling off a little bit, starting with where it is Snowbreak Containment Zone, making 300k. Snowbreak is, once again, one of those games that had so much potential, but the developers were like, nah, let's just make the same bullshit everyone else is doing, and let's hope that we can actually make money, which is stupid. They are releasing a patch every month and a half. A new event every month and a half on a shooter. And dailies take 2 minutes, and then they don't give any currency, and the rates are off. So I don't know what they expected. I really wanted to like the game. I really wanted to get into it, but it's not possible for me, right? There's nothing to do. Other than that, like always, Neural Cloud and all of those games are staying down from Nikke. We'll see what's going on with Girlfriend Online 2. That's another game that I'm excited, but the last beta we played, the last Chinese beta, wasn't as impressive. They had a lot of problems and it was kind of stingy. They, however, said I'm going to be changing a lot of stuff, giving more currency, giving more characters, etc. So we'll see what happens on the next release date. That said, Black Clover M released yesterday, and not on the JP server, but the global one. We'll see how much they make. The game is decent if you like Black Clover, I guess. For me, it's boring because I don't care about Black Clover. I don't think the character design is good. I don't think there's enough waifus. There are 0 waifus, in fact. And so for me, it's not the game that I'm interested in playing when it comes to a hero collector. If you like Black Clover and the IP, you will probably enjoy that game. Other than that, boys, the rest is the same as always on the bottom of the table. Higan Eluthil keeps going down from 30k to 15k. Artery Gear is still making 30k per month. Tag Up Symphony going even harder, tanking even harder. They started with like 200k or a couple million on the first month. They got there down to 30k per month. I don't know how long Access is planning on keeping Artery Gear alive. I will always be one of those games that I'm fond of because it was one of my first gachas that I started to get into for content creations and to actually understand how the game works and everything. But yeah, it's a bit what they're doing with it. That said, well, that's gonna be it for this. We just wanted to showcase, talk about some of the games that we played here in the channel, that we cover on our live streams. We're gonna be live later. If you wanna come say hello, you have the links in the description. For Twitter, I'm Sefi_92. Nikke, $30 million. Is surpassing Honkai, is catching up to MiHoYo? Is Shifta becoming the new king of gachas? No, we're not, but hey, it's a good title probably, right? That said, boys, do let me know what would you think about revenue increases or decreases for this month on the specific games or on the ones you play, and what you think they're tanking down or growing, how these videos are entertaining like always. Thank you to my patrons for making this content possible. Good luck with your pool generates. I'll see you in the next one.
役立たずは楽園から追放するのみ。ブランとノワールのショータイムです。天地万物を切るとはこういうことだ。